The Tanaghmelt village, also known as Zaouit Tanaghmelt, is a small traditional Berber village, nestled in the foothills of the high Atlas Mountains of central Morocco. It is only about 5 kilometers from one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Morocco, the Ouzoud Waterfalls. The village of Tanaghmelt lies within the region known as the Forest of Antaifa, which occupies an area of 11,175 hectares. The operation and delineation of this forest began in 1946, and is managed by the district of Ouzoud in cooperation with the Ouzoud Regional Water and Forest, the Center of Forestry Development of Ouzoud and Bzou, and the triages of Ouzoud, Bzou, and Foum Jema. The forest is situated in a mountainous zone with altitudes ranging from 900 to 1300 meters. The geology of the area is diverse with valleys, ravines, waterfalls, plateaus, hills, rocky plains, and caves. The land and climate are two major factors that allow for this area to be as biologically diverse as it is. The region is characterized as having a semi-arid to temperate climate. The hottest months are generally July and August, while the coldest are generally January and February. The rainy season tends to be between the months of December and March. The average volume of precipitation during the year is 426.7 millimeters, with the heaviest rains falling in January. The area surrounding Tanaghmelt has a variety of animal species, the most notable being the macaque monkey, also known as the Barbary ape. Several factors are threatening the existence of this species, including tourism, deforestation, and climate change. Due to the unique existence of this and other plant and animal species in the area, there have been several studies and research projects conducted by students, scientists, NGOs, and the government. Tanaghmelt is often referred to as Zaouit Tanaghmelt because of the characteristic white dome, or shrine of Sidi Moussa, who is considered to be a saint. During the time of Sidi Moussa, the Zaouit served several functions, especially for pilgrims that were traveling through the countryside. It was the home of Sidi Moussa, the mosque, a public hammam, school for Quranic studies, and a hostel for travelers. It was customary for people of all kinds to travel to this Zaouit to be in the presence of Sidi Moussa for advice, to gain enrichment in life, to settle conflicts, to get healed, and to enhance spiritual and religious beliefs. The poor, insane, sick, and those seeking refuge were welcome to stay at the Zaouit for as long as they needed. Tanaghmelt itself is a unique village because of its historical and spiritual recognition, but it also maintains a keen sense of traditional and cultural values that have not yet been tainted by external influence. Although Ouzoud has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in Morocco, Tanaghmelt remains as it was centuries ago. Despite the introduction of electricity and cellular phone coverage, a good amount of tourists risk Ouzoud to see the village because of its proximity, but few spend much time in what the guides have called the Mexican village. There always seems to be no explanation as to why it is called, but it may have something to do with setting up mud houses in the hills, and their resemblance to a picturesque village one can see in Mexico. The lifestyle is simple and people are generous. Few families will deny you a cup of tea if you happen to walk through their home. The doors are usually open and the smell of fresh bread baked on a fire will always emanate from the chimneys. The main modes of transport around the village are donkeys' feet and back. There is a dirt road that leads inside and outside the village, but there is no public transport. Water is always transported to the home of a common water source. Traditional ways of life are seen in daily tasks, but the true recognition of the cultural identity of the people lies in their observance of religious ceremonies, music and dress associated with local celebrations, and their ability to make unique crafts. The land is still cultivated and grazed, and the surrounding natural resources are a vital part of life for the village. There remains a natural balance between what is taken from the earth and what is given back, but it has become clear that modern technology and the introduction of capitalist values have begun to influence the mentality of the village people. Despite some of the negative effects of modernization, it is clear that the people of Tanaghmelt maintain a strong value system and are looking for ways to improve their lives. Like most developing communities, Tanaghmelt still lacks many modern amenities. People know how to survive in their environment and have adapted to their environment, but they have gained exposure to other lifestyles and are looking for new opportunities. The challenge remains how to preserve a culture, but also how to advance it without losing fundamental values and beliefs.